Blessings and welcome forward yet again to Reasonings right here at the Tree of Life. Yeah, follow us and subscribe to Celia Media. We're on YouTube, we're also on Facebook, or you can leave a message for me, Jerome Sage Butler, on Facebook and Jerome Sage Butler on IG. Or you can check out my radio blogs, that is NITESAGE, that is Night Sage, on YouTube. Yeah, for those who want to listen a longer program with some music and reasonings, and sometimes I have some guests, right? So there's a couple of blogs and there are many, so you can also subscribe, and as I say, stay on the platforms to be informed. My current topic I'm going to kind of step into a little, and I hope I spark a little bit of, you know, your own self-examinations on these, because I know these are things that are pursuant in your journey, right? So I know that it matters, and the responses I've been getting shows me that it matters. So I just want to say thank you for your offerings, right? Your kind words. So today's topic is how to create a successful way of life. Now, when I was thinking about talking about success, I was thinking to myself that I was going to approach it very metaphysically, and then materially, and then work it in with the metaphysics, and try to give you this kind of almost like something you go to the university, and you go and check out a conference or a debate, and you hear them present all these literature, all this information, and all these different writers on the subject. I've gone through a lot of that, so sometimes it sparks up in me. But upon taking that avenue, I realized that I couldn't just say success. I had to say a successful way of life, which takes it out of the physical mostly and puts it in the psychological, the subjective. How to create a successful way of life. First of all, I hope I'm not being too presumptuous. The dynamism, or the dynamo that is the plethora of human existence, is the joy of life, ain't it? Let me say variety is the spice of life, meaning there's so many ways of life. So obviously when I was thinking about success, it had to go deeply into that spiritual context, and had to be solely rooted there to really kind of connect to more people. Because if it's on a Western module, then I will be kind of leading you through specific programs like I do in my organic arts program with my clients, that will get you to be more in tune with a kind of a futuristic orientation where you begin to see the end results of what you truly desire in the present. And hence I would kind of lead you along certain ways of thinking as how you can quicken energy in through blocks of thought and attract to yourself more circumstances that can bring that kind of material attraction, and hence its material end results, right? But in cultures, in places on earth where people's lives are wholly based upon what some might term the subsistence or a natural disposition to the impact of nature in their existence. That means any shift in the environment might affect millions of these people. But how do they live? How do we engender in such individuals a truly successful way of life? Self-acceptance is one of the truest starting points on this journey of a successful way of life. Self-acceptance has become, to a degree, purely sometimes this psychological premise that we have to go through several processes of going into the deep nuances within our beings to then come to some kind of understanding, to know ourselves, to then accept ourselves. But self-acceptance is not nearly as deep as that only. It is far more simpler, and as simple as taking a breath and truly looking around and seeing where you are within your environment and where you would like to be within the greater environment. Accepting your accent, accepting your cross-eyedness, accepting your lisp of tongue, accepting your weight, accepting your place in the family structure. It starts with, first of all, realizing, hey, that's mommy, hey, that's daddy. Daddy might not have been the quintessence of what a father ought to have been, or your mother might not have been the mother goddess of good virtue. But that does not suppose that you should not accept who you are. Not an intellectual premise, it's a natural way of looking at yourself, of seeing who you are. That is very important in the pursuit of a successful way of life. Because to know what truly expresses you, what truly you are expressed by, takes a whole lot of self-knowing, believe me. And again, this knowing comes from your environmental, your psychology that develops from your environment. So maybe you are in a situation where you saw a lot of animals being hurt, and you've had this scare that you would never be a person to abuse animals. You'd become a vegan. And from this vegan platform, you have created a lifestyle that is not only surrounding your personal view of the need not to harm animals, but you've created a lifestyle now where your vegan way of life is outpictured in how you dress, in your behavior. So now you don't only go to restaurants to seek to know what dishes don't have animal products, or you don't only go to the stores to find out what apparels don't have animal furs in it. You live a wholesome lifestyle where your vegan or your natural or your ital lifestyle, as Rastaman would say, become a way of life. Where now you excel along this green ideology beyond just the green ideologies, right? You excel in this green-eyed reality. Where now, and I don't mean envy, where now you can naturally begin to feel around you the value of being an animal lover, where the natural lifestyle becomes your very resonance. So now you've created products, services, not just directed at your outlook, but also directed at care and welfare to more than just the animal population, but to the population of the human beings who are also misguided in their perceptions. You find yourself being more of a champion for the cause. You find yourself doing seminars, maybe you write books. You start create this whole environment around yourself where waking up with this natural view of life is not only sustained by your eating habits or your biological habits, but it's sustained by your environment. You know what kind of products, what kind of things you have in your home. You know how these products are produced. As a matter of fact, you join the movement to produce these environmentally friendly products. So now there is this way of life. And the feeling of success is not just because you eat well, you drink well, or you exercise well, or you can vacation in Cabo or Ibiza or on the Riviera. The true value now becomes the fact that it is actually your way of life to be this in tune with a self that knows this is who I am, this is how I am, this is what I am, and this is how I wish to be, how I want to continue to be. Now you have a lifestyle that encapsulates you, that expresses you, that you are expressed by. The people who you meet along that path, that subtle tingle of magnetic vibration energy leaves joy innumerable. and all the disappointments of possible animal slaughter or things that will come along your path, it will rent your feelings, it will pour your emotions, but it will also heal you. It will also make you stronger, because your way of life has become wholesome, and that can be a substitute indeed for the word success. That is an example I have used to show you how I envisage the process, that movement from truly knowing who you are, accepting who you are, and understanding how who you are is truly what everything around you becomes and what everything around you expresses. So the deeper you drink from the well springs of your well-being, of your imaginings, the more satisfied you will be, and the more satisfied you will help others to be. So in this pursuit of a successful way of life, always remember to find you first in this journey. Then be able, through your processes, through the constancy of these habits that you've developed to aid you along this journey, constantly remind yourself, tally, quantify manifestations of the manifestations. Then you see oozing through your pores, pouring out of your nature will be success in everything. Then the Midas touch isn't a materialist notion. It will be truly a mystical, a godly realization. Successful way of being. Anything you touch, anything you put your heart, mind, body, and soul to, you will manifest. What the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve, it will achieve. This is a statement overdone, but cannot be done enough. Success begins with you. As a matter of fact, success is who you are. Giving thanks for the success that I am, knowing that the success that you are connects to the success that we are in this living cosmos. Continue to be that brilliant expression of true success and true successful living, happy, harmonious, wholesome, successful way of life. This has been Jerome Sage Butler at the Tree of Life.